All right, y'all. So I am here with Rury Castillo, and I'm super excited that I just actually caught your post on Instagram about this home that we're about to look at. Rury not only does the fixes and flips, but really thinks about investing in a very different way into real estate. So he's going to give us some insight as to what he looks for, and I'll let him introduce himself and what you do.
We keep seeing their eyeballs glued to us on the sidewalk, but that look could kill. Oh, they are trying so hard to find all the weaknesses inside, but it's gonna spill.
Thank you. Well, welcome guys. My name is Rury. My company is RL Properties. And yeah, this property, we got it for a couple of days. It's in Saratoga. And let's walk. Let me show you what to look for and if it's a good or bad deal. Let's go see it.
Let's do it. Oh, wow.
I know.
Even when I look at this, I'm just like, so much land.
So yeah, you can ask me questions if you want, or
Ooh.
you want to walk through here, or you want to go around?
Up to you.
No, let's go here. So we got this property. I think the investor wants to build a new house, and he already had the permits approved.
Okay.
So he will sell the property with the permits approved.
Wow.
But the funny thing is, he got the permits approved a year ago. So the one thing that you have to ask when you get these kind of properties, if they mention, hey, I have permits already approved, you have to make sure that the permits are expired, because that's an extra cost.
Yeah.
And it will take longer for you to renew it.
Okay.
So it's something that you have to always keep in mind.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people are like, oh, I have my property and I have already the permits, but the permits already expired. So you have to make an extra.
Okay. How often does it happen that somebody who already has bought the property and invested reaches out to you, or
well, the problem is that when you buy it too high, when you buy the property too high and you make your numbers according to whatever your formula is, but in reality is after you buy the property, you're like, oh wow, it's not gonna work, so I have to sell it.
Okay, yep.
So that's one of the strategies we normally use to use, sell it.
Right.
Because sometimes it's hard for you, and the material and the labor gets up. And if you're using a third-party contractor, is when you spend more money.
Okay.
In our case, we have our contractor in-house, so we do the work.
Nice.
So we have the license and everything, so we save a lot of money.
You're not
on that.
paying all that extra.
Exactly.
Okay. You know it's the old house already. I'm like, I gotta bend down to get in.
I know, right? So yeah, this is the house. Seems they did some work before they sell it, but you can see the flooring, it's already bent. You can see here.
Warped.
You step here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
that looks like a tree root or something coming up.
Yeah, maybe it's a root or something. So you have to inspect it and see if it makes sense for you to just fix it and resell it.
Yeah.
Because if no, you have to just turn it down and build a new house.
And it's sad to see, when you walk in, I'm like, oh, it's beautiful, but all these issues.
Because if you think about it, about this house, the ARV after we fix it is about 3 million, 3.5.
Okay.
Right, but you're gonna spend like $200,000-$300,000 into it. Yeah. It's a lot of work. So in this case, it's very just come, demolish, and build a new one.
Okay. So floors are definitely that first thing you notice.
Exactly. So floors, the ceiling, of course, you have to check, because normally when there's something going on the roof, you will see damage in the ceiling or on the corners.
Okay, so my naked eye is not seeing any damage. Is there roof damage here?
No,
that you would
it doesn't seem like it. They might put this one to cover something up, but I don't think so, because even without, you will notice, if it's something leak or any damage. But yeah, so I will say, if you get this property for a good price, it might work for you to just come and fix whatever is here and resell it. But for the price that they're trying to sell, it doesn't make sense.
Well, because we're in a really expensive area.
Exactly, Saratoga.
As we were driving down here, every home just looks so updated, remodeled, refinished, kept up to date, except for this one.
Yeah, so this house, if you build about 8,000 square foot house with an ADU, you're talking about $5 million resale price.
And what's the asking right now for this one?
2.2.
Okay.
Yeah. They've been trying to sell for quite a bit.
And in that high market we had, if they didn't sell
Tell me about it. It's because, it's not gonna work with that price.
Yeah.
So let me walk you here.
Absolutely. Ugh. So when you're looking at homes like this, that you're kind of like, okay, it's obviously going to be make more sense to do the new build over finishing it. Do you end up using the same structure of the home when you're doing a brand new build, or do you?
So if you want to come in and get out, like quick flip,
Okay.
Because the permits is just like for like. Basically, whatever is there is we're just gonna change whatever is here.
Yeah.
But if you wanna, I don't know, if do a more open concept, you have to take consideration that's gonna take a longer for the permits.
So you're gonna do whatever fits the
exactly. So if we come here and you know the market or the neighborhood is gonna pay you back the money, invest more time on like open walls and make a little nicer look. Exactly. But if something like this is already open, just come and fix it the same.
Well, I'll see people like I don't know, example. Okay, we really love like this wood that was here, so we're gonna repurpose it into something in the home. Do you end up doing that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah. So in some houses the cabinets are really good and really good quality, and they're not that old and not damaged. You just repaint it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it looks like a new. But you also, when you repaint it, you have to use really good quality paint.
Right.
You're not gonna use any other one because it's gonna
you don't
peel
want
out.
it to feel old and redone if you're doing a brand new build. Oh yeah, that floor is weird.
Yeah. So look, the bathroom. This is the bathroom.
Interesting. Oh wow. This is really spacious. They redid the bathroom, it looks like.
Yeah, look, you can put a bathtub here, a soaking tub.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
See, this would blow me away. I would not know what to expect walking into this home.
So you have one bedroom, somebody cracked the window here.
Yeah.
So you have the laundry.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So spacious.
I know, right? Use the ceiling.
Even for the little home.
I know, even the ceiling.
I'm like, we must have really
and also something that you have to look for when you buy a house, especially if it's for flip or for investment, you have to make sure that everything is permitted. Because most of the time they tell you, oh, it's permitted. But when you leak on the court office, it's not permitted. So you have to pay to get it legalized.
Okay. And that's
you notice right away
for everything.
Exactly. Okay. And you notice right away because the ceiling is so low that you're like, oh my God, this is so so hard to walk. So, but yeah, so those kind of things that you have to always ask.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, wholesalers or agents, they want to tell you, oh, it's permitted because they want to sell, right? Yeah. But when you buy the property and you want to sell it, they're like, oh, this is not permitted. So it's kind of like. You know.
So if you get this property, turn it around, do the new build, ADU, all these things, what makes you decide if you want to hold it or sell it?
The market, the market and the neighborhood.
Timing.
Because here, Saratoga, is not many people wants to rent because they want more privacy.
Right.
So
true.
So like if you do for rent this one or Airbnb. Most likely the city is not going to allow you to do Airbnb because the neighborhood, they don't want noise, they don't want like, bad neighbors.
Very much.
So it's basically just, it's better to sell.
Okay.
Like Oakland, Hayward, because it's more like.
Right, a little more condensed.
Exactly. So,
okay.
But here in Saratoga, you sell it. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is the house. Let me show you in the back.
Shoot, when you're done with this, I might want it.
I know, that's really nice.
Beautiful.
So this is the backyard. You have the river right there.
Keep or get rid of the pool?
If I don't do anything to the house or build a new house, I will keep it. I just fix it. Because sometimes it costs more to fill it with dirt.
Yeah.
They just keep and fix it. So, yeah, I will say just keep it.
Spacious pool.
I know, right?
Oh, used to be a tree house. Wow, there's so many memories here. You could just see it.
I know. Look at all this.
Oh, I wonder, so with this, I know you're talking about permits and everything. With access to a waterway like this or any kind of water passage, are there additional concerns as whether the property's worth it or not?
Not really, because this is not floored. Because sometimes when you look into property, they will let you know on the records that if it's flooded zone or not. But this one doesn't.
Okay. That's why I was like, I know we had these rains like crazy this past year. It was like surprising everybody that normal little creeks were all of a sudden
I think this one, the highest I will say maybe like 3 or 4 feet.
Okay.
It doesn't go higher than that.
Yeah, I'd be so curious.
Can you imagine like a swing or like a hammock there? That would be amazing.
A little bridge.
A little bridge, So
something cool.
Yeah, and this is just part of the house. We have more lot here.
Yeah.
Let me show you. So yeah, this is a prime location, and if you can get some of these houses at the right price,
right,
it's awesome.
Are these underground things or just fences that fell?
It's just fences that fell.
I was like, is this a bunker?
No.
Just fences that fell.
So plus we have all the space.
Wow. You said it's close to an acre?
About an acre.
An acre of land? That's amazing.
Yeah, so we have, so the permits that they have, it's basically to build a property about 6,000 square footage with the basement, 2-3 car garage, and an ADU right there.
So do you still get to decide if you like kind of take those permits over and everything, if you still want the ADU or not? So why ADU rather than just landscaping the land?
Because that will increase the value of the property.
More
because if you have more square footage, living square footage, increase the value of the property. So adding the ADU will be,
and it
skyrocket the price.
Private, so private,
it's private
with all those
Look,
trees
all these
closing.
Trees. You don't need any fence, nothing. Just the trees give you a lot of privacy.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask, how did you get into this in the first place?
Into real estate.
Well, real estate, but more than real estate, doing all this work is more expansive because it's the investing piece, it's the flipping, the fixing.
I start by myself.
Yeah.
I start doing wholesaling. Basically, wholesaling is you got a property and you assign it to someone else.
Okay.
And you got some percentage of whatever, right? I started doing that, and I also started doing flips, but I didn't get the result I was looking for. It was like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. But I started looking to more other people that have been longer than me.
Yeah.
And say, what are they doing different that I'm doing wrong? So instead of feeling discouraged, I look to solutions how to get up there.
Okay.
And they see that they recommend to network, partnerships, and all the stuff. So I was like, oh, maybe that's what I need.
Yeah.
So I started networking more and partnered with people, and there you are.
I love it. So is this something that too is the smart choice or is it passion?
A lot of people it's misconception on that because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like partnerships, right? I like to be on my own and stuff. Both ways is good. On my personal, I feel partnership, it gives you more volume.
Yeah.
And these kind of properties.
True.
Because when you do it yourself, it will take a little longer to achieve these kind of properties of multifamily. So partnership it gives you the opportunity to get more volume. The return on investment is almost the same as how you're doing alone, but it's less work than when you do it alone.
Yeah. So what do you think are the top 3 things from this home that we just looked at that you would encourage somebody who was maybe like that first investor who purchased
I would say
if
you are a wholesaler, just look for something like this, like dry bushes, kind of that roof, really damaged roof. That means the house is distressed. So knock the door and ask for the neighbor, for the owner, and see if they're willing to sell. Right? The other thing is you have to always drive to expensive neighborhoods because it's always that ugly house on that expensive neighborhood. Yeah, believe it or not.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I think from this property, network, because you got a lot of deals networking with agents, wholesalers. So, if you're starting real estate, I would say that's the first three things that you should be focused on. Door knocking, a lot of door knocking.
Yeah, and I think that's something that not everybody's willing to do anymore.
Exactly.
In terms of actually getting out there.
I like door knocking.
Yeah,
I like more door knocking than cold calling. Because door knocking, you see the person, right? And they see you as a person, and they see your name or the name of the company, and they're like, you're real.
That human effect.
Exactly. But when you call, it's like
I'm getting tired of those spam calls. I don't want a spam call, even though it's real.
Exactly. They get in about 300 calls a day. People that want to buy the house.
Awesome.
So for you to do something different and get more productive, just go there. Meet the seller. and told them that you're there to help them solve the problems.
Yep.
Because if not, they won't just take you as another real estate company that wants to buy my
house. You gotta stand out a little bit.
Exactly.
You do. Well, this is such a beautiful neighborhood. I appreciate you showing me this tour.
Oh no, please don't worry.
This
don't
is
worry.
Awesome. How many homes are you working on right now?
Right now, well, all inventory is almost out. We still have 2 more houses going to the market. We just got a 4-plex in Burlingame, and we're looking for more.
Nice. All right. So y'all know who to hit up if you need some help,
Let us
whether
know.
on the investment side or you're selling. Rudy is a great person, and his company R&L Properties is going to be a great place to connect with if you're needing some help turning something like this over into something beautiful. So
yeah, it's a lot of work though, but you can do it. If I can do it, you guys can do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excited. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.